Action!
You disgust me. Grow up.
Hello there, movie lovers. How are we? Episode 14 of What's the Script? A wee bit later in the week than normal, because yours truly was on a family holiday. Chris, how are you?
I'm super duper, mate. Super duper.
Super duper.
See what I done there? See what I done?
And then right behind you, you've got Super Trooper. You know what I mean?
There you go.
No other reference whatsoever.
Wee cap and a wee Iron Man there, you see.
Yes, I've got my Marvel Dad t-shirt on with Captain America's fist there. And a wee bit of shield.
Aye. Yeah. He likes a good fist in the cap.
I was going to put on my Captain America mask and have my Iron Man and Spider-Man mask there and all, but I just thought, because the Waynes are running a bit daft and she's trying to keep a hold of them while I'm on doing this. Because, as I said, I was on holiday. For people that are not for these shores, I was at a place called Blackpool, which, fun fact, was just picked to the post as the location for the Ocean's 11 saga. So it was in favour of Las Vegas. So if you're not familiar with Blackpool, look it up. And the actual story was written as the heist of Coral Island, where they were going to raid the 2p machines and stuff. But they went for Vegas. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know why they done that. Just a fucking end. Or them making an escape on the back of a fucking donkey.
The motor going 3 miles an hour because all the 2p weighing down the axles of the cars. There you go. That could be a new feature. True or not true? Craig's movie trivia. Check it out. Just imagine fucking, because now Rusty's always eating.
Aye.
Ocean's film, just imagine having the burger stands and all that. Fucking freshly made donuts in Blackpool Rock.
Oh, fucking man. That would have been very, very different. Just, you imagine George Clooney and co just
making their getaway on the horse and carts. Or a donkey in the beach, man, underneath the pier.
Oh, fucking.
Anyway, fucking better just chuck that shit. So as our t-shirts and our paraphernalia behind us allude to, we are doing one of the Avengers films. It's actually done as a Captain America film, Civil War, but I think we all think it is an Avengers movie, isn't it, mate?
Aye, it's a kind of first big ensemble, isn't it?
Oh aye. So it's up there. It's just behind for the Bathes after talking. It's number 2 only to Infinity War in Marvel's for us. But it's clawing, man. It's clawing at the heels, Infinity War, you know what I mean?
Definitely. I think there's a theme is developed here. We seem to like the films where the bad guy wins.
Well, that's it, because there's more truth about it. There's more plausibility. It shouldn't just always be goodwill prevail. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I like that shit now and again, but sometimes I like the bad to have his day in the sun. You know what I mean?
That's it. Oh, you've got Empire Strikes Back. Know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think that's probably the best out of the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And Revenge of the Sith is the best out of the prequels.
Aye.
So, and it's the two the bad guys win. So
I think that's why people like the take on the new Joker so much as well, because it's just been removed off the comic board, and it's alluding to the fact of how a fucking normal guy can get what he wants without realising he's getting what he wants, you know what I mean? But there you go, these are other fucking things that we can discuss in the future, because as Joker goes, I think it's all right, but I don't think it's, you know what I mean, it's worthy of lubrication and hankies that some people make it out to be. But there we go. So, Civil War, mate. we start bang on 1991, so we're regressing a couple of decades, and it's a catch up to what Bucky is in it, how he's became the Winter Soldier, really.
It's just obviously showing you him getting these controlled words. Did you remember them?
I've only wrote down a couple, man, because I couldn't have fucked like in Daybreak and all that, you know what I mean? Like longing.
Aye.
My favourite word in the Russian language is "желание," which is longing.
Oh, fucking! Why did you say that like fucking Borat there?
"Желание." Very nice. I like.
Oh, amazing.
Welcome me to my mission reportings.
Aye. But it's just showing you that Hydra took his mind in it, and he's just a Manchurian candidate practically, isn't he?
That's it. That's exactly it, man. It's just he's been all nice, a kind of like Cap has, getting, you know what I mean, upgraded over the decades, and then we're in the 90s, and he's kind of one of his first missions to get put on, and as you say, mate, it shows you the book with the words in it, and as soon as he hears all the words in sync, that's him reporting for duty in it, man.
Is it ready to comply? But you see the mission he gets sent on in it.
Aye.
And it's to get some of the super soldier serum, obviously, to create more wee super soldiers.
Blue juice. Get some blue juice, mate.
But after you see that, we go right to, was it Lagos? Is that how you say it?
Aye, Lagos. That's the way Americans say it anyway. I think we call it Lagos.
I know. Legos.
Legos. Hey man, I'm going to Lagos. Okay, Lagos.
Aye, but
Well, the Americans will always have a wee dig, but I fucking like it because it's that easy to do it, man. Aye. We're in Lagos, and I've just wrote down Pather. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Whenever Avengers are sitting there, they're obviously on a stakeout. They're just having back and forth there, the comms. And you can see there that Cap has kind of taken to take Wanda under his wing, training her, asking her, what do you see? What does that tell you? Blah, 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 because Barton has retired and he was taken to do it after Sokovia, obviously.
Aye, yeah, definitely, man. They're trying to track down, was it Crossbone he's called after this?
Aye, I just can't call him that, but...
How no?
Because he's obviously Rumlow, right? But his two fucking gloves would suggest that he's the original Shocker.
True.
So when I did see that, I always knew him as Rumlow, and I never ever looked into it. But it was, if he had a baddie soup name, and then I seen it last night, as you say, was it
Crossbone?
Crossbones, and I was like, oh, fuck, he's a Shocker, mate. He's got the big punchy gloves, man. He's actually pretty cool looking, isn't he?
Yes, that's I thought they maybe had a bigger part in this film, but what does it last? The first fucking 10 minutes or something?
Aye, kind of odds to Deathstroke, you know what I mean? With the mask, double mask. Takes the mask off, he's got a fucking another mask on. And he's got a face, and then you realise why he's got two masks on. I just want a stakeout for him. It's the best lead they've had in 6 months. And then before long, we noticed that dump truck in it. Cap notices a dump truck.
He notices a dump truck driving through this congested street, you know what I mean?
A dump truck that somebody's taken the time to tie bags to.
Aye, has to blend in, you see. But it's fucking, you can see there's something up anyway, because it just starts fucking knocking motors and that out of the way, isn't it? And obviously Falcon sends his wee robot down.
Aye.
That in the comics was an actual Falcon, which is probably best that they went the way they did.
that could I'm guessing that was back 60s and 70s then. An actual Falcon. Maybe get tangled in the propellers of the Thanos copter, you know what I mean? This dump truck's been weighed down, heavy as it can be, to cause a battering ram, to let the bad guys gain entry into the kind of biochemistry fucking factory in Lagos. But see how it becomes the battering ram?
Aye.
It takes out the kind of tap bit and all that. It leaves a perfect road for the other lorries and vans to get into. Whereas there was a big fucking ramp thing there, you know what I mean?
Aye. But it's the movies, isn't it?
It's the movies. So there's a bit of action, a bit of back and forth. Right off the bat, they allude to the fact, well, Cap does, that there's 7 hostels. All right. You'll find there's about fucking 77 hostels.
I know, mate. So when he says that, oh, it's 7, and then obviously Falcon starts taking a couple out, and hey, I count 4.
Right away, Falcon takes 3 and says 5.
Aye.
No wonder they never got alone in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, mate, fucking. But again, see what you said. If there was only 7 of them, like,
One each.
where the fuck did the rest of them come from? Know what I mean?
I know.
Because everybody's going to get a shot at battering a couple of the bad guys, know what I mean?
Exactly, mate. Exactly. But we get a first face-off with Rumlow and Nat. So they have a good fucking... But Nat always does the signature fucking jumping your shoulders and twist your legs kind of move. But again, first kind of bit where he fucking dinks her and he puts her in the armoured vehicle with a grenade and shuts her in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's the choreographic. Fuck it, the fight scenes are well done, aren't they?
Oh,
See the way she fucking spins about and takes out 3 guys and all this.
Aye.
You know what I mean,
But,
again,
the
there's
fight
no women in cinema.
Aye, the fight scenes are that good that it almost makes you forget the fact that she puts a body in between her and a grenade in the inside of an armoured vehicle and still makes it out. You know what I mean? Which is good for somebody that's not got any soup fucking healing powers or anything like that.
Exactly, mate.
They like that, but she will be missed.
Aye, definitely, mate. But, well, you never know, mate. Something might happen with the multiverse and she might be back, but...
Well, that's it. We were kind of talking last night about Captain America making a return, and we are no full with confidence of this new breed that's meant to be coming upon us, especially movie-wise, because we think it's going to be Thor's last, didn't we?
Aye, this is, like you say, is a handing over of the torch.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Marvel are allowed to use Spider-Man again, so...
Mm-hmm. I think the only one that's left is fucking Banner, isn't it?
That's it, Banner. And I don't know.
Damn, Bucky.
I don't know if Hawkeye will do it. He'll keep going, know what I mean?
Aye.
I kind of think that Hawkeye series was a passing of the torch as well, know what I mean?
Aye, because it was fuck all to do with him. He was just an afterthought. It was about his prodigy, as it were, whose name escapes me, because although I watched it, it was very good. No, I mean, it's not my cup of tea at all. So, anyway, we're going on and on, but I'm going on and on, sorry, mate. So, Rumlow ends up with a face-off with Cap, didn't he?
Aye, that's it. He's said to his wee henchman, well, I'm not going to outrun this mob, take this biological weapon, and he goes to square off with Cap, didn't he?
Aye. Again, fight scenes are flawless, and the hand-to-hand combat stuff is excellent, and he's got his shockers on, and he's getting Cap a couple of good digs in, and he's matched them for pace, isn't he, for fighting style and stuff like that.
Aye.
Obviously, he loves her to make up for the lack of power that he has.
Mm-hmm. Aye, because that's the thing I know, see, because the way he's been burnt or whatever it is, he has all his nerve endings are away, so he doesn't feel pain and stuff.
Right.
So like Bane, kind of.
Aye.
Kind of like that. That's how you see when Black Widow shocks him. He goes, that's not how I walk anymore.
Right, I didn't get that. That's so. See, you're the trivia guy, you're the looking into guy. I just thought it was something to do with his suit or his mask or something like that, but no, that makes more sense, mate. So, while these two are having this misogynistic battle, Black Widow's chasing down the biological battle. I do. I've got the willies out sword fighting.
But it's like I fucking see the Predator handshake. Just pure muscle. But she's chasing down the other bad guys in it with this biological weapon.
Aye.
and gets to like a kind of standoff, doesn't she?
Stand off for the two baddies. She's got her and a baddie have got a gun on each other. Another guy goes like that, drop it or I'll drop this. And we still don't know what the vial is at this time. But all the while, little Red Hawk is coming in.
Aye, I'll have you know that's COVID in that jar.
Oh well, somebody wrapped it, fuck's sake.
Aye.
Red Hawk sticks one in the baddie's neck. That gets her shot off, catches the vial, flips back onto her feet before everybody else falls, which is pretty cool, man.
Aye. And then cuts back to Crossbone and Cap in it.
Aye.
Fighting, and obviously Cap gets the better of him because Captain America.
Yeah.
America! But last couple of wee jibes in it for Crossbone, saying to him, you seen his pal Bucky?
Aye.
And it just kind of makes Cap fucking a distant for the actual scene in it.
Aye, that's
So
it.
the thing
He
about
forgets
Cap.
his mission kind of thing.
Aye.
And just as he alludes to after, it just says, I heard Bucky's name, and all of a sudden I was a 16-year-old guy again in Brooklyn. But it's quite funny, Rumlow. It says, I think I look pretty good, all things considered.
Mad Frank Grillo, man.
Then he says to him, but what I know what Bucky says to me, he says, you got to go. And then Cap just realises as Rumlow gets the death switch out for the bomb, doesn't he?
Aye. Wanda puts a force field on him, doesn't he?
It contains explosion, man.
Aye.
I bet he felt that, these nerve endings.
Yeah, because I think he's getting slow roasted there.
I know, off, man. So,
Aye, she goes to levitate him away, make it safe for citizens and that, but doesn't hold the force field long enough and it blows up a building.
Aye, kind of shows you that she's no attuned with her powers yet, as she is in Doctor Strange, fuck's sake. But, she's trying to levitate him, the explosion away, only gets about 10 stories, and then it releases, as you say, mate, and she takes out half a fucking building, didn't she?
With some of the more Wakandan people.
Aye.
First introduction to them as well.
Aye, and Lagosians. So, no sooner that happened, and then we think we're in a time hop. Because it's, I've just wrote down the hologram, and it's Howard Stark and Mammy Stark waking up Tony off the couch with a Christmas hat on, you're like that. Fuck, it's Robert Downey Jr. for Weird Science.
Aye, fucking pure baby face on it.
Aye.
They actually done that as well, see, with using images for his past films and just computerised it onto the one face.
Fantastic, by the way. Flawless. Aye. Absolutely flawless.
Definitely, man. But as you find out, it's his last memory with his mum and dad.
Aye.
And kind of regrets not saying cheerio to his mum and dad or loves him or whatever. Aye,
of course. It's, as he says, as the kind of graphics are coming away, and he says, I love you, Dad. You know what I mean? The graphics are coming away, and you can just see him in the background with his specs on, watching it all, which is quite good. And then you realise he's at a kind of seminar with some MIT students, isn't he?
Aye, because apparently, see the first Iron Man film and all, when he announces he's Iron Man or something.
Aye.
He apparently says that he never says goodbye to his father. Way back then. Don't know if that's true or not. I'd need to watch Iron Man again.
Aye. We'll watch that tonight, actually. But it would make sense, because the one thing that Marvel do is they keep their own canon in check, you know what I mean?
Aye.
With this universe. Maybe sometimes the comics are off and blah, blah, but that's fine. The films, they'll always allude back, and it might be 5-6 years previous, but something that you might not think of then they'll remember, which they're clever bastards about. I like that about them.
Aye, the boys that do the Star Wars could maybe fucking learn a thing or two.
Aye, fucking no half, man. But as he says to all the students, he says 611 million from a little therapeutic fucking experiment. Maybe a wee bit expensive.
Aye.
He's just telling all these students there that they're all the future, and he's funding other projects in MIT, and reading off a teleprompter, and that's when we first see he was meant to introduce Pepper onto the stage, but she's no made it.
Aye. That's it. Comes off stage and all that, and they're all apologetic in it.
Aye.
Obviously, they didn't know that she'd cancelled.
Mm-hmm. I mean, know why Pepper's known it, because Iron Man 3 really in it.
Aye.
And the fact that he's no chucked being Iron Man.
Aye, definitely.
Because he likes it.
He gets off on it.
Aye, so he makes all his excuses. He says, I'm away to the toilet, but he's just wanting to get fucking out the building. And that's when he meets Charlie's ma.
Yep. Which, was she no in the Luke Cage series?
Possibly. That was that long.
Actress.
That long ago, mate. I watched that. Could have been. Could have been.
Aye.
I don't know who should have been in it.
Aye. I'm sure she was the big boss sort of thing. Not how the other guy was Cottonmouth.
The kind of the white black person was the baddie in it, or am I thinking of Black Lightning? I'm thinking of Black Lightning.
Black Lightning.
There's an albino African American in Black Lightning's a baddie, isn't he? Aye.
Aye.
His name escapes me.
Yep.
Honestly, we're like clickbait, man. We just get off in tangents when we mention something. Well, I do anyway. I know you do as well. But she's just there waiting for Tony. And he notices that she's no pressed to lift. And she's starting to talk about him and all that. And she gets into her handbag and he's, oh, hey.
Aye, exactly. Aye, it's fucking force a habit for your occupation. Know what I mean? It's got to pull out this gun right on Tony and after this fucking seminar thing.
Aye. But long story short, she just wants to let him know that her boy died in Sokovia and she blames him and the Avengers.
That's it. Aye, that's the first kind of twinge you see in his fucking self-blaming stuff in it.
Aye. Which is, by the way, do you know, it's fucking so clever about Marvel doing this. Do you know what I mean? Listen, we're going to address the fact that there's collateral damage in saving the world here. And although it's maybe expected, it's not going to be tolerated. Do you know what I mean? It's quite a heavy subject. And one, does it, well, you'll know better than me if they allude to that in any capacity in the comics, don't you?
It is kind of that, but it works different. I think the guy's name's Nitro or something. Right. And he's like a mutant and he blows himself up. It takes out a school and stuff. And then that's where this comes from, sort of thing. But they've kind of done it different. It's just all the collateral damage that they inflict on the world, know what I mean?
Aye. So right after that, we go into fucking Cap and Wanda playing the blame game, don't they? It's my fault, no, it's my fault, no, it's your, no, it's my fault. It's on me.
Then that big creepy bastard fucking vision just creeps through the wall.
I seen that the door was opened. Just in there to tell him that Tony's arrived with General Ross, who, if you're a true Marvel, although General Ross has changed quite a lot over the Marvel universe. It was a late, what do we call him?
William
Hupp, sorry. That played him in this one, and he plays him really well. And they still shy away from the fact that he's Betty Ross's father. And he's got a fucking pure dislike for Bruce Banner, you know what I mean? They only seem to address that in the Hulk standalones.
Aye.
Obviously, didn't have Mark Ruffalo in them. It had fucking Edward Norton and David Banner. Bruce Banner. Aye, David Banner. Eric, sorry. Fuck, I'll get his name. A, B, C, D, E, Eric.
I can see it originally. I think it was after the Hulk film, to the end scene for that. Mm-hmm. Tony Stark walking into a pub and talking to General Ross. Because see, the original purpose for the Avengers was to go after the Hulk.
Hulk, that's right. Aye. Again, something they kind of shied away from. But it was the same in the cartoon as well. I remember the cartoons. It was fucking all about containing the Hulk because it just was never able to control himself once he dumped on it, which is fucking smashing. But Ross kind of warns him, doesn't he? He lays it out that this is going to stop. We've had fucking New York, Washington, Sokovia, New Lagos. Enough's enough. Me and another 172 countries have been chatting.
Aye, fucking politicians, But that's when they announced, he tells them about the Sokovia Accords in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this big fucking massive book.
Aye.
I mean,
a big thick dossier. I remember me and you get big thick dossiers just over a year ago. A bit thicker.
no, fucking thicker.
So right away, he's given him a decision. He says, we want you to, you know what I mean, be responsible for your actions and realise that you don't have your own set of rules. Doesn't matter what time zone you're in. You need to be mindful and you need to check in with us before you do anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you just see right away Cap is in full disagreement with it for the offset, because it's just goes against everything he believes in, isn't it?
Of course it does, because as he says, let us think about it, and him and Tony end up having a chat, and he just says, look, if I see something going south, I need to go for it. I can't stand by and ask for authority. I can't ask for the fucking yes, you know what I mean? Tony's guilt tripped beyond all belief. And that's when he pulls up Charles' story and about how he's fucking the next generation's brain of tomorrow, but he decided to go to Sokovia and build homeless people houses and all that shit, and he's taking it as his fault, you know what I mean?
Aye. That's it. It's just it's what it is, isn't it?
Exactly, mate. But we flashed to Cleveland. As I say, the opening of this film, the opening 40, 50 minutes, we're all over the fucking globe, man. And we're in Cleveland after this, and this is our first introduction to Zemo.
Aye, Baron Zemo, What a boy. He's got his own plans for revenge, isn't he?
His own agenda. There was a Zemo in the comics. Do you remember him? And it looked fuck all at this, didn't you know? There was a lot more fucking moustache twirling. Do you know what I mean?
I posted. He started wearing a big purple mask.
That's right. It was a proper villain, but in this, as we find out, he's a man scorned. He's lost everything. He's lost everybody in Sokovia. But there's another bit of backstory to that as well about his involvement with Hydra and stuff like that, and the Russians and blah blah blah. But right away, he's asking for the 1991 info off the colonel who was there and programmed Bucky.
Yep.
Because he's quite clever about how he fucks into his motor and says, "Hey, do you want to come out and sort out this insurance?"
Exactly. Aye. And obviously the Hydra guys, he's in hiding, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
This is after Winter Soldier and all the documents and stuff have been released. But he's on to him because he knows all about the Bucky thing, doesn't he? Obviously, he knows he's got the book behind the wall as well, but I don't know how you find that out. But
that's clever, isn't it? Because whereas I thought the guy was in a motel room, but obviously he wasn't. Because he knows that Bucky, that's his game plan. Bucky's the fucking key to imploding the Avengers, as we'll find out.
Aye.
But we skip right for Cleveland before we get to the end of that. It's a wee bit of argy-bargy, as I said. The Avengers are divided, Tony and Cap. Nat agrees with Tony, which nobody sees coming, especially Tony.
Which he then comments on. Which is good at all, see with the way they do these Marvel films.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of humour in it.
Aye.
Serious stuff, but then it ends up a wee bit humorous.
Aye.
But I'll take it back.
No. There's no backsies. No, you can't take it back. It's been said. It's Sanskrit. Sanskrit. Sacrosanct. Sanskrit. Fucking. There's me turning into Moon Knight there.
But aye, it just shows you Cap explaining how he disagrees with it. You know what I mean? Because it's like if they don't let us go to this place, if agendas change, we're going to this place, blah blah blah. We should be a free agent, be able to help everybody and whoever we want, sort of stuff.
It's quite funny, Rudy, who is War Machine. He's that is dangerously arrogant. You know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck, he's in this. You know what I mean? He gets quite for this on. this film on, he gets a more kind of bigger role because obviously he's changed for the original Iron Man. It was another guy who played him and all that kind of stuff, but he is playing well. So you see there that the team are divided. Another two big players in the team are off-world, which is Thor and the Hulk. So they have a wee bit of fun about that as well.
Yeah.
Do you think the Hulk would agree with you? You know what I mean? But then Cap gets the text message, doesn't he?
Aye, just says, what is it? She's gone.
Aye, that's her. She's gone. Now there's no. Chris knows my theory in this, right?
It's actually wrong, by the way.
My theory on this is there's no name attached to the text message. It's just a number. And my theory is that he gets the text message from Peggy's husband, which is going by Endgame, old Captain America, old Steve Rogers who went back in time and built a life with Peggy. So I think he knows this, and I think it's old Cap texting himself. Just putting it out there.
Aye, the smashing of that actually.
Perfectly plausible, and is also a link into Chris Evans getting back into the MCU, which has been muted over the last couple of weeks. So, here you are.
But the next thing, we're at Agent Carter's funeral, aren't we?
London.
It's
a Bond film, innit? Fucking hell, man. And but Peggy's funeral, which is attended by fucking hundreds of people.
Aye, she was a good egg.
Good egg. A fucking spy. But there's hundreds at her funeral. I hope nobody came out of undercover to attend it.
Aye, exactly. But it's our niece goes up, didn't she? To say a few words.
Shan.
Aye.
Shan Carter, who, if you watch The Winter Soldier, know that it was Steve's kind of across the hall neighbour / fucking plant to keep an eye on him.
Aye. As she's talking, she kind of talks about Peggy's mindset and stuff. If there's something you don't agree with, you don't have to go along with it, sort of thing.
Aye.
It kind of reinforces Cap's thinking towards the Accords, doesn't it?
Definitely, mate. Definitely. Because Steve Rogers as a person, before he gets the muscles and shit, he's all about doing the right thing, but akin with following orders. He would never go against an order. That's who he wanted to be. However, as you say, Sharon says something in her speech on behalf of her auntie that reaffirms the fact that sometimes the order isn't always right, you know what I mean? And yeah, you're right to point that out, mate, because it is a big deal. Because any kind of conflict in his mind at times, black. Fuck, if Peggy's telling me to go with my gut, I'll be going with my fucking gut.
So, the one person he trusted with anything in it.
Aye, definitely. But Nat meets him after the funeral, and she just tells him that she's signed the Accords. Tells him who else has signed, like Tony and Rudy and Viz. Wanda is to be decided.
She's now fucking the boy in the striped pajamas, but it fucking sounds it.
She's to be decided, so she's still at the compound, but under her own free will. So we think.
So you're kind of seeing it on. It's like Nat's talking to him, and she knows what's coming up. You know what I mean? She knows that this is just going to snowball into something else.
Definitely, but as the Romanoff we know and love, she's fucking 10 steps ahead of everything that's happening anyway. Do you know what I mean? And he just says to her, he says, so what are you here for? I'm not going to sign. And she goes, I know, you're not going to sign. I just thought you'd need a friend. So it just shows you again that even though at that point we think the team's ideals don't fucking hold up, they're still fucking love for each other, still pals, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And it kind of reinforces that, see, when it comes to the Endgame, it's still there to kind of try to hold things together. Well, Nat especially, you know what I mean?
Oh, aye,
definitely.
definitely.
Here, you know what I mean?
Definitely, mate. Because as we know in Endgame, Nat gives up her life for the sake of a stone, and Steve kind of makes the decision to go and gear up something, but he doesn't. He gains a life with it. So
he's a selfish bastard.
But nobody decries him that. Not one fan. You know what I mean? Because he deserved that fucking life.
Aye, he deserves a wee bit of happiness. Aye,
they gave it all up for the sake of us, man. You know what I mean?
He's a prick.
He's a prick's prick, but it's not a prick's prick. So, from London to Vienna,
boom.
In Österreich. It's the first kind of glimpse we get of T'Challa.
Yeah.
At a summit on behalf of his father, who is the King of Wakanda.
That's it.
And every time I see T'Challa, I just want to fucking shout, Bill Bombay! Bill Bombay!
I know, mate.
I'm going to fucking train my wings. It's the rallying cry. Bill Bombay! And they're just going to get beside me, man.
Oh, fucking, how long did Wakanda Forever fucking go on, man? Just everybody, Wakanda Forever.
Aye, but then it gets stole to suit real life political ideals as well.
Aye,
Wakanda exactly. Place a fucking madman. Guy for fucking the Bronx shouting Wakanda Forever. I ain't bother, mate.
Aye, you see.
Oh, you're frozen.
The King of Wakanda.
You're back.
King of Wakanda. He's talking to the Black Widow, saying he's happy that she's agreed to this and a bit upset that Cap hasn't and stuff. But well, tough shit.
And it makes a point of saying it as well. He says, "I'm quite surprised you're here," and then she tells him, "Look, it's no easy being here." And then he says to her, "And that's why I'm glad you're here." Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
he's addressing the UN, isn't he? And
Daddy Panther's talking to the people.
Mufasa.
The Sokovia Accords eat the grass.
I was just see. Obviously, the explosion goes after all that, right? And the King of Wakanda's killed. But I was so hoping for him to see when he's lying there dying, just go like that, Simba. No, I mean, fucking just for a fucking stupid mind again, man.
The good thing about that explosion is T'Challa getting blasted off course in midair, trying to save his dad. That was fucking pretty awesome, man. Not for his dad, obviously, but fucking it was good to watch.
Yeah, exactly. But as it's then released to the news, isn't it?
Aye, we've got Sharon and Sam and Steve just getting the update, isn't they? And the very first breaking report has fucking footage of Bucky put out there.
Aye,
which is kind of convenient.
Aye, and that's what they kind of say themselves in it. They looked for him for a couple of years, not a thing, know what I mean?
Aye.
And now he's just everywhere. But he's like, as it Sam says, he goes, "Hi, but we didn't set off a bomb." So
true, very true.
They're kind of tickled that something's not right.
Conflicting back and forth, and then we're back to T'Challa and Nat at the scene of the fucking explosion, just having a chat, and Nat's obviously offering her condolences, but it's then we see the vengeance within T'Challa, who's not only the Black Panther, but he's now a king. He's putting on his father's ring, and he just vows to kill Bucky, doesn't he?
That's it. Vengeance has consumed him.
And that is the start of Zemo's plan.
That's
it. So we've got fucking somebody that's a soup, but kind of going to be a new Avenger anyway, wanting to fucking do another one, which is fucking, it's all plans, all action.
You get a wee cutscene as Zemo, don't we? In a hotel room.
Aye.
And reading these control words.
Jelania. He's learning these lines in a hotel room in Vienna. And the door goes with the kind of fucking, what is it, room service in it?
Breakfast or something, I think it is.
And obviously the person whose room he's taken has ordered some room service, and he's just playing the part of, yes, that's what I ordered. I could smell you down the hall. Ha ha. He just pans to the bathroom. You see this fucking contraption, didn't you?
Aye, this EMP in it.
Aye.
But then, next thing, Bucharest.
Bucharest!
You see Bucky, some news agent guy recognises him and runs away. And
Aye.
he doesn't know what's happened, sort of thing.
No, poor Bucky's just out eating plums, man.
Know
what I mean?
It's plumbed off, that boy.
What's a plum, mate?
Oh, but that's when he sees the newspaper, innit?
Aye.
And he's like, oh, fuck.
What have I done now?
Aye.
But he knows for this time for sure it's nothing he has done. He's no blacked out and been programmed because he's fucking can remember the last 2 days, you know what I mean? As you say, the guy at the newsstand recognises him, which is funny. I thought it was a guy, an agent, that was just being fucking pure obvious looking at him, but you're probably right, mate. It's just somebody that recognised him, and he just realised that that's him. He's been tailed.
But Cap's also tracked him, didn't he?
Aye, he's in the digs.
He's wee bedsit.
In the digs, just about to get through his diary, the cheeky bastard.
I don't. Cap's behaviour is quite questionable on the way through these films, I'm telling you.
I know. Another 5 minutes, they've been sniffing the knickers right out of his drawer.
Do you think there's a bromance there?
Sniffing knickers and going, I could do this all day.
Oh, that's fucking. Oh, that's dark. That's dark.
I could break one right off a metal there, I'll tell you. So, Bucky just appears in the room. Steve knows anyway. They turn around and have a chat. All the while, Sam's in Steve's ear telling him that the fucking SWAT team's about to break in. Gives him a countdown time-wise and all that. Cap pleads with Bucky, come with me. These guys don't want to fucking take you in, they want to do you in. Which means they don't want to arrest you. They would like to kill you very much for our people over the seas.
Yes, shoot on sight, I believe, is the order. Order 66. But,
Good.
The next thing Bucky says to Cap, he never done it. He never done anything, but as he says that, the team reaches, didn't they? German Special Forces, I think it is.
Aye, Polizia.
Yeah.
Polizia. Joanne. He's going to hit out with that for no one in.
I know.
They break in, but Bucky's getting ready. He's like, look, Steve, I can't just go with you. He says, you don't need to fight. They went, you always need to fight. And 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Like you say, mate, the door goes in. And then I've just wrote down fucking action.
Yeah, aye. There's another brilliant sequence in it, just the fighting on the stairs and stuff. Just...
Telling you, see as much as the airport's the fucking standout in this, right? This is my favourite. This whole bit. There's just a couple of things that just I love to see again and again in this. One of them is the banister. Bucky jumps out the banister and grabs it, and it just turns to fucking like a rope. You know what I mean? But no in a pure shitey way. You can see it's metal bending, man. It's great. And he promises not to kill Andy as well, Steve, didn't he?
Aye. But I mean, see the way he picks up the big govern key, as we call it, the big battering ram, and just starts punching people with it. You're like, that's fucking. That's a potential fucking death. That.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's putting in security doors. Surely that's doing that boy a bit of harm.
Fucking internal organs are now mashed totty.
Aye. But there's a bit of humour in this as well, because although he agrees not to kill MD, he punches a wee Polish and he falls out of the banister, and Cap catches him and just looks at Bucky and goes, come on, man.
Aye. There's also that, I mean, he gets to a window and he throws his bag out the window, right? And it must go about fucking easily 100 yards or something, and I'm like that.
And this is for flares above.
Aye.
He flings the bag. I just kind of noticed last night as well. And this is another, like the banister, this is another bit I love. See when he bolts to jump into that other building? I fucking love that. Because he shouldn't be making that jump, but it's just a wee reminder that these guys are fucking superhuman again, you know what I mean? It's brilliant.
He doesn't stick the landing either, know what I mean?
No.
Fucking...
And he just makes the ledge, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Rolls
it's
over.
the old thing, it's the old superhero landing in it. Landing on one knee.
Aye.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I could get my bed in the morning, I could fucking kind of stick a landing, you know what I mean?
But then this is when we first see the Black Panther and on it.
Aye.
As suits go, it's up there, isn't it?
The Black Panther suit?
Aye.
You're a fan, aye?
Aye, the Black Panther suit.
Uh-huh.
Aye, I like the Black Panther suit.
I don't dislike it, I just didn't have an up there kind of fucking grading system with suits.
What is it up there?
Suit-wise?
Aye.
We just stick with Marvel here.
Aye, go with Marvel, aye, because DC's fucking irrelevant.
That's a good question, actually. I've never thought about it, mate, to be honest with you. I suppose Iron Man fucking wins all the time, doesn't he? His tech's ever-changing, but and my thought, like you, mate, Spider-Man, know what I mean? Loved Spider-Man growing up and all that. He's your favourite, isn't he?
Aye, I'm gay for the old Spider-Man.
But I'm no daft on his first suit. I'm not, do you know what? I'm no daft on Spider-Man's latest suit. See with the gold and the nanotech and all that. It's too busy for me.
Aye.
Let's just get the big fucking cuffs as well. And
aye, that was to coincide with the comics.
Aye.
He gives him a suit, you know what I mean?
And obviously so he can fucking survive in space and Infinity War as well. But
aye.
Again, that's just me. But as you say, mate, Mr. Up There suit, Black Panther makes an appearance. He's got the fucking closet right away. And him and Bucky have a good set too, didn't they?
Aye. A whole suit made of adamantium. Because that's when Bucky goes to punch him, didn't he? And the Panther's got control of his arm. Very old tech. So you're like, oh.
Aye. And even he's getting a big round shot at him off a helicopter and on. It's not even putting him back on his feet. It's just bouncing off him like Superman.
Exactly, mate. That's how it's a good suit.
But we get down the building. Don't be right. See that's the third thing about this battle. Black Panther coming down the building by the nails, man.
Aye.
Just fucking like that.
Aye, it's pure comic book, isn't it? You know what I mean?
And then no sooner are they on ground level than they're in the fucking tunnel, man, which is brilliant again.
Oh mate, see the tunnel scene's fucking phenomenal. See, this is just a one big chase scene, right? And it's brilliant the way it's done because you've got action and all that. Or I mean, while Cap is still trying to chase Bucky and all, right? So you get the three of these all chasing after each other. But, see, what's brilliant and all, right? See how Bucky, when he grabs that guy off the motorbike, that wasn't CGI. That stunt was actually done. And
it looks real. So fucking kudos for that, because it is another one of my standout moments. Is that just, and the slow-mo as well is just fucking, it's brilliant, man. But see, just before that, right, I've wrote down the fact that I have to highlight this. Like, obviously, they're all super speed, aren't they? They're all running like fuck. They're running faster than Audi A5s, right? But Cap must be just a wee bit tired. Because he stops and goes, fuck this. Well, it doesn't say that, but I'm getting a car here. He decides to just, fuck this running pish. Gets that can he go as fast as he can? He starts driving, man.
But I was laughing at this at all, by the way. See the bit in when the Black Panther jumps onto the motor and stuff, and you see Cap looking at him through a mirror, but it gives you that wee windpipe music, that sort of something like that. That just took me right back to Jumanji.
Oh,
I was like,
now you've said it.
Aye, that's Jumanji there. Fucking brilliant.
See for all the kind of pointlessness of him getting a motor, even the way he stops the motor, he jumps on it like a fucking insurance claim victim. It's probably all set up for his exit of the car, which is fucking Brilliant.
Superb, man. Fucking Bucky blows up this opening to the tunnel sort of thing, and all this is fun done. All the while, Black Panther's still on the motor and Cap's driving. So whatever happened, I can't remember what happened, but Panther ends up jumping off the motor and clipping the back bike wheel.
Brilliant, just one nail, man.
Aye. And then Steve just gets out the motor while the motor's rolling behind him.
Flawless. Absolutely flawless, man.
It's tremendous. It sees a wee sequence goes. It's brilliant, man.
It's fucking awesome. And then no sooner are we fucking ball deep in this whole thing, bastard Rudy comes down and spoils it.
Aye, War Machine.
War Machine.
Aye, because the next thing, everybody's surrounded. So Panther, Bucky, Cap, and Falcon all get to jail.
Aye.
Know what I mean?
And fucking Mr. Magnanimous fucking War Machine Rudy's like, congratulations, Cap, you're a criminal. Fuck you, mate.
Exactly. Fucking asshole.
Hunting about with nuclear weapons strapped to your ass. Who are you? Who are you, boy?
I did it. He's a wee cutscene. Done it back to the old Avengers hate cute.
The scene I've titled Paprikash.
A pinch. A pinch.
Fucking mad vision. He knows the inner workings of quantum physics, but he's unsure about a pinch is.
But it's just kind of show you this new blossom and romance between him and Wanda, isn't it?
Aye. We're kind of finding out that she's at headquarters, Vision's there, and he's just keeping an eye on her. He's trying to keep her sweet without letting her know she's being looked after. And she comes in, obviously, it's just a wee... is that paprikash I can smell? Haha. And he's like, yes, I thought I'd try and lift your spirits. And she takes some and goes, spirits lifted. This is before Wanda loses her accent, you know what I mean?
Aye. Is that paprikash, or you're just happy to see me?
Aye. Penis lifted. So she says her spirits are lifted because she loves to taste it, and then she starts fucking about it.
Aye, exactly. Fucking pulling me in. What, too many chefs and all that.
Aye.
And then she says, I'll just go to the store and get whatever, and then that's when she realises.
Their wee chat there has made her go, uh-oh, here, I'm not allowed to go here.
Aye. That's it. You're a prisoner in your own home.
Aye. We could, however, order a pizza.
See, I wasn't mad on Vision.
No.
I like Paul Bettany.
He's got ultimate power, by the way, and
aye,
he's bested very easily.
Aye. Quite a lot.
Aye.
No many fights he wins.
No.
But
I do like him as an actor. I think he's fucking really good and all that. And I thought for years he was the voice of Jarvis.
Yes?
I know. I was going to see if you were going to fall into the trap. A lot of people fall into the trap thinking that Jarvis is the guy for Endgame, who is Howard's chauffeur.
Aye.
He plays Jarvis in the Peggy series.
Aye.
Well, aye. A lot of people think, no, it's him. It's fucking no him. You're daft. It's Paul Bennett.
Well, I know that the computer wasn't called Jarvis. It was called Homer, if I remember right.
Right, okay. Don't remember that.
Yeah, but I know in the films, I think it was in the comics originally, but then I think they changed it to Jarvis.
Cool.
Because it's obviously...
We get fucked up with Ultron, and it was Friday after that, wasn't it?
Aye, that's it.
Who is in the suit at this time? Friday, because we're still not really recovered for Ultron and the like. Yeah. But so we've panned to Berlin.
Berlin.
And it's Sam, T'Challa and Cap in the back of the motor under arrest, obviously on their way to the lockdown facility, whatever it is. Sam just says to T'Challa, so you like cats?
See, this is what we were kind of talking about the other night. This is how I see him becoming Captain America. I'm no sold on it yet because he's still the jokey side of things, if you know what I mean. I mean, like, whereas with Steve, it was like serious, know what I mean?
Matter of fact, Sam still wanting to say tic tac and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? But Panfer stays the Cap, didn't he? How long do you think you can keep your friend safe from me? You're like, oft.
He's fucking hell bent, that boy.
Aye.
We got our first look at Martin Freeman as Everett, who's just a prick.
Aye.
He didn't change in any appearance or any Marvel thing thereafter. He's a bit of a pointless character. It's as if he's to replace Coulson with a badass version of Coulson.
Aye.
Which doesn't make any sense. And obviously to fill in for the fact that Samuel Jackson couldn't be fucked making an arse of this movie, you know what I mean? Could have been appearing in it. So I've just wrote down Everett, pure dick. And he's put Mucky. He's put Bucky in a mad cube.
A mad cube. But then that's when we see that Tony, he's working with the government now, isn't he?
Aye.
All suited and booted. Fucking yes sir, no sir.
Aye. Only suit he's wanting to wear is one for fucking like a tailor.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what he says. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be coming here. You'd be going to the raft.
That's it. So him and exactly, mate. Him and Cap were having a wee back and forth, and Cap is being swayed ever so slightly by Tony. Tony brings out the nostalgic pens that his dad used back during the war and made him think about it. And then they touch on Wanda, and then Cap just fucking realizes, what, Tony, for fuck's sake, man, we were almost there, and now you've got Wanda held as a prisoner and blah blah blah. See, this is what I'm talking about. And that just shit kicks off there.
That's how the friction just starts up again, innit? Because this is building bridges and then it just gets shot, which is true. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? See, your Cap's point of view, it's right, because she's not got the rights because she's not an American citizen or something like that. And you're like, won't you fuck?
Aye, I know.
You know what I mean?
They don't give fucking visas to weapons of mass destruction, he says, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Quite funny again. No, this is happening. And while this is happening, the so-called evaluator is in to talk to Bucky in the cube. And it's Zemo. It's then you realise the person's room he's taken over as the SHIELD agent that was meant to be getting in there and interviewing him, you know what I mean, debriefing him, whatever.
That's it.
And all the while, the EMP is out for delivery.
Yeah, that power station. This is, I mean, I don't get many parcels that big, do you?
No van-sized anyway. So Zemo's sitting there in front of Bucky, playing the part of the psychologist, and then he looks at his phone that says parcel delivered. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, bless his off. He says, I only want to ask you one thing. Mission statement, December 16th, 1991.
Aye.
Joanne!
And this is when Cap tipples, isn't he?
Aye. They've no right to tipple, but to tipple.
Aye.
They've no right to tipple. We didn't tipple, not I mean, we didn't tipple until because we noticed Zemo, but they just they tipple, mate.
Aye. There's just a lot. Piecing it all together, they were hunting for Bucky for so long, couldn't get a hold of him. Then this bomb gets set off, and then it gets everybody looking for him. Now is it just he's in here being assessed? Who is it wanted to see him? Who wanted to bring him to this place and stuff?
The people that released his photo right after the bomb blast.
Aye, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the EMP goes off. Zemo starts the words out the book. Jelania. Daylight.
Carrot.
Longing. And then Bucky knows he's trying to break out before he hears the words, isn't he?
Aye, starts punching the glass. Aye, the shite cube, by the way, rips out his restraints and then starts punching the door in. But he doesn't make it in time. And Zemo's got control of him.
Aye, just at the last punch.
Aye. Oh, it's dramatic, mate.
Then he speaks to him in Russian, obviously ready to comply, or reporting for duty, whatever he says, ready to comply or something like that. And then again, action! Well,
first he gets the details that he wanted, didn't he? The mission report.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's got this new thing that he's ready to use against the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
But
obviously got his details and then told Bucky right, your mission now is to fucking get out of here and kill everybody in your path or something like that, innit?
Aye, because Cap and Sam get down there. Next thing, Bucky goes off his nut.
Aye, I just thought, Bucky versus everybody
Aye.
in the mad atrium.
Aye. He goes fucking full John Wick.
Aye. And everybody, obviously, that's been arrested under the scope of a cause, like Cap, Sam, T'Challa, have obviously just been taken out their handcuffs and
Aye. Left to run a bit.
So they all have a go at him, Bucky, but Bucky's obviously under a spell, man. He's getting Natalie by the throat. Tony has one glove.
I see that bit and all, but that's good. See the bit he grabs the gun and Bucky shoots it, and he's like, "Oh fuck, he just tried to kill me there." You know what I mean?
It's his fucking nanotech hand, didn't he, man?
But the next thing, Bucky's up at the helicopter pad, didn't he? And again, it gives you one of the best scenes in it.
Aye. It's Steve Rogers fucking harnessing the power of a helicopter trying to get away, and you can even see him kind of looking at his own muscles going, "Fucking ripped him, man. Me. Fuck you, Thor." Know what I mean?
Look at that! Look at that! Fucking brilliant. But Bucky's like, "Oh, is that your plot? Is it?" Tries to just tries to smash him with a helicopter, didn't he?
Aye. And Zemo gets away, obviously.
But the helicopter falls into this wee river, isn't it? And Steve ends up saving Bucky for it.
Aye.
Managed to. I mean, I'm guessing this is like the central to police, military, everything. And he swims up this river with another body. The
on-site fucking moat, you know what I mean?
Aye, know what I mean?
Gets away.
Not a soul sees them.
Exactly, mate. So Zemo's off to Moscow after this.
Aye.
And then, as you say, mate, Bucky wakes up. He's airman the vice in a kind of disused fucking factory thing, doesn't he? And he just says, the first thing he says, "What did I do?"
Aye, that's it. Aye, it's like waking up after a night out. Oh, what did I do?
He wakes up with the fear some cunts fucking did, know what I mean?
But he says Zemo wanted to know about whatever it was, right? And it turns out that he's not the only Winter Soldier. There's another 7 of them?
Aye. Explains the whole kind of premise of the Winter Soldier program, and obviously he's at this time explained to Sam and Steve what he'd done in 1981, who he killed for the blue goo.
Aye, exactly. It just shows him training up these other Winter Soldiers and that, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
How he's still under the mind control stuff.
Mm-hmm. But it also shows you that the other Winter Soldiers go rogue. You know what I mean? They just obviously go mad with it and start doing in the captors. And that's when the Colonel uses Bucky to get out of there.
Aye.
That's kind of last we see the other Winter Soldiers until later on.
Then they decide that that's what Zemo's going to do. He's going to release these super soldiers on the world, sort of thing, and they need to get there before he does. But they realise they've not got a team, so they decide to go shopping.
Go shopping. That's just before we go to Queen's. General Ross warns Tony that he's got 36 hours to bring Steve and the rest of them in, or fucking bets are off.
Aye.
As you say, time to go shopping.
Aye. Oh, and see this bit. See, when I was in the pictures, I don't mind telling you, I was chuffed.
Aye, they did. I remember leading up to it as well. They did well to keep the whole Spider-Man thing under wraps until about a month before it was released in the cinema. Because we just seen wee flashes, teaser trailers on the roost. You know what I mean?
Aye, exactly.
Oh, no fucking danger.
I know, mate. Fucking see, mental. I know, but when we were in the picture seeing it, see, obviously when it comes up that Queen's bit, we just had people going, "Woo, yeah,
get some."
There's that, mate. See, the only other time I've ever experienced that. We went to see Infinity War, right? And obviously it's the bit everybody starts turning to dust.
Uh-huh.
And you heard C. Peter going, Mr. Stark, and then this woman up behind us went, oh no, oh no.
Oh no, the boy, all the way.
Mate, I nearly fucking burst into laughter, man.
Then burst into tears right after, realising she was right, man.
Oh, fuck.
But it's awesome, fucking awesome. We meet Peter Parker for the first time. He's just coming home from school, and Aunt May's on the couch speaking to Tony Stark, and he's taken aback, and Tony just makes up the kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge, go along with me here, kid, that I'm here to say that you've got your funding.
Aye, I'm here. That funding we'll talk about for your project, and he starts winking up and all that.
Then Aunt May is obviously not like any Aunt May we've had before. It's a lovely Marissa Tomei, who's been on star stage and screen for a long, long time, but she's a good-looking woman. And no Uncle Ben on the scene that were kind of quick to realise as well. But Tony takes him into his room, and obviously finds his hidey hole.
He knows he's Spider-Man, doesn't he?
Aye.
And then obviously, he pops the this wee hatch and his suit falls down, and it's just pure like, oh.
You're caught now, son.
Aye.
He finds his goggles and all that. So, can you even see in these?
He starts going, oh.
Whatever happened. My senses have been dialed up to 11. These help me focus. And Tony says then, he says, well, you're in dire need of an upgrade.
Aye. So you're the Spiderling. Spider boy. Oh, fucking brilliant. It was good the way they done that and all, because see in the comics, they two have got like a mad fucking father-son relationship sort of thing.
Aye.
See with the Civil War crossover thing, this leads to Peter revealing who he is to the world as well. And then everybody starts going after Peter. You know what I mean? See, like Kingpin and all that stuff.
Aye, because he's kind of gauntlet kind of gets past in the comics and the cartoons as well. Because it's then Peter has his own team after Iron Man's away, and it's him and Iron Fist, Cutters. I can't even remember. And it's usually Peter and that team against the Sinister Six all the time, fucking darting away and stuff like that. But that's a great scene, man. And it just says to him, says, "Fucking day started perfect, I know." Do you know what I mean? Got my train to school in time. My DVD player, just lying there. Algebra test, nailed it. You fucking done it.
And Tony just asks him, why do you do what you do? You know what I mean? And he answers him right, doesn't he?
Aye,
I've got these powers and I need to use them, you know what I mean? So
he also alludes to the fact that I'm not using them for my own personal gain.
Aye.
Because I couldn't play football before, so I shouldn't play it now. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Tony's like that. You're good people.
Aye. You're a good egg, you.
It's like, if you got a passport, we're going to Germany kind of things. I can't go to Germany. Why no? Because I got homework. I'm gonna pretend said that.
That was a good thing, I know, when he done with this Spider-Man. See, like other ones, he's kinda geeky and stuff, but this one he's like a proper high school young guy. You know what I mean?
Aye, and in this film as well, this is why, like Andrew Garfield personally, I like him as Spider-Man. Right, I like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, I like as Spider-Man, and Peter Parker for that time setting. But in this film especially, Holland is Peter Parker, whether he's got a suit on or no.
Aye.
Right through it. Because in the fighting, the talking through the fighting and all that, it's just a fucking young, kind of mesmerised, whoa, hey guys. I mean, so he's Peter Parker to a T, man, throughout this film. But he kind of webs Tony to the door. Don't tell Aunt May.
And he's like, okay, Spider-Man. And he goes, get me out of this thing.
Then we get back to the compound, and it's Clint who is there to break out Wanda.
I think it's going to be a jailbreak.
Wanda's no forgotten at the start.
Nah, because she's been convinced, didn't she, that no, maybe it's best for me to stay in here and blah, blah, blah and stuff. And Clint just gives her the nonsense answer. Get off your ass.
Same answer he gave to her brother in Sokovia.
Aye.
Get off your ass and do it. You know what I mean? I said it to her as well. Said it to her. She was hiding in the wee shack in Sokovia.
Aye.
But aye, so Clint does the arrow thing, fucking kind of subdues Viz for a wee while. Then he has a wee kind of battle with Viz, which is quite cool, man. Before rapid to the jaw, fucking just let him punch a bit of steel on it.
Aye, so if Viz annoyed as Hingway's, didn't he? Just phases.
Aye.
It just blows like in through him and stuff.
Aye, fucking
But
excellent.
then, but it's showing you again, like this Sokovia thing's just breaking up people. Because then Wanda, she uses her powers against Viz, know what I mean? Then they were starting to become an item sort of thing.
Aye.
And then this is tore them apart again, sort of stuff.
That's
So
it. It's a great scene, that him going through the flare, because he's pushing upwards, his legs are bending, and then the flare starts crumbling underneath him and all that. And you're like, fuck. She's come on leaps and bounds for Legolas, know what I mean?
aye, exactly. Oh, just wait till we get to Doctor Strange there. She's not to be trifled with.
They put Viz fucking doing about 1 million stories and then hightail it out of there in her wee short skirt and her pop socks.
And then you see Black Widow in it. She approaches T'Challa. But his bodyguard is like that move. And
But I will
you
move
see,
you.
and you see T'Challa like that. It would be a good fact.
As much as I would like to see this, it's okay. He just goes like that. It's fucking fun. Yeah, and then after that we chat, it's Scott in it.
Well, you don't really see him going to get him, but it's Cap, Falcon, and Bucky going to meet Sharn in this wee motor.
Aye.
Which gives you one of the best lines at all. Could you move your seat forward? No.
Aye. So I've met Sharn because Sharn's got all their gear, the shield and the wings and all that shit, and fucking the two of them are just in the motor fucking watching him, and he eventually kisses Sharn at the end. What was that? Yeah, it was late. The two in the fucking motor.
He turns to Ray down there. It's like that, Hingme. Who'd
I
you call
know.
him? DiCaprio.
Aye, so brilliant. DiCaprio meme. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to make that up for that. It's
fucking brilliant.
So they talk about, obviously, again, they need to fucking, there's a bit low in numbers, and then they open the fucking van in the car park, and out pops Scott Lang, who is the Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd, the fucking living legend, man.
And this is where the patter begins, you know what I mean?
He's just pure starstruck, isn't he?
He wakes up, first of all, what time is this? What time zone's it, man?
So, Captain America. Hello. I'm shaking your hand. I know you. I know you.
I know you too. You're great. Hey, man. Hey, Tic Tac. About that other time. I'm sorry about that. Hey, that'll never, ever happen again. So what are we gonna do? So there's something about some bad guys and kind of fucking thing. It says, it's the other side of the law. And obviously, if you know Ant-Man, you know Scott Lang's fucking been in jail. You know what I mean? It's like, what else is new?
Exactly. Aye. See, when they got Paul Rudd in as Ant-Man, I didn't think it was going to work. You know what I mean? But just, there must be the writing for it, man. They just get it to a fucking T again.
Aye. Brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. With his humour, and he's just a fucking totally likeable motherfucker, isn't he, man? It's brilliant. I think I would fucking go to bed with my man. Brilliant. But it then turns out that they've met actually in the car park of the airport. So we're at the airport.
Aye.
And then they get the word, didn't they, that shit's going down.
The airport's being evacuated. But they're trying to find this Quinjet, aren't they? Because they already know it's Tony and his team.
So Captain just says, shut up.
Aye.
Listen, the Scott Lang out the van, just woke up, he's fucking having to get his fucking suit on, know what I mean? So we get into the middle of the fucking tarmac. Cap and Tony have a wee bit of fucking argy-bargy.
Aye.
But why I'm right, why you're right, why you're, you know what I mean? And Tony just kind of nips into bud, goes, do you know what? Forget it. Then we get our line mate, didn't we?
On the rules. Oh, fucking brilliant, man. Seeing that Spider-Man for the first time. Oh, the shivers I got.
Aye, brilliant. The most noticeable thing about the Spidey suit is the emotion eyes, man.
Aye.
I love the eyes in this suit because they just, obviously, it shows you his mannerisms. You know what I mean? It shows you when he's surprised, when he's angry, when he's everything, you know what I mean? Hey guys, hey everybody, Spider-Man.
I just like a wee boy, isn't he? Hello, everyone.
And then that's it, man. Tony's like, hey, just keep it down, man. You know what I mean? There's no fucking talking when you fight. So it kicks off after that, and it's just fucking, it's pandemonium, innit?
Aye, it's all these individual fights and stuff. But Falcon's located the Quinjet, isn't he?
Aye.
So him and Bucky are running through another bit of the airport.
Through the terminal thing.
Aye, so that's Spider-Man's job piece to go and get him. You know what I mean?
Brilliant. See, before he goes, Peter just says to Tony, says, what is it a day? He goes, do what we discussed. Keep your distance. Web him up. See, when he lands on the outside of the terminal and he's crawling,
aye,
that's the Spider-Man I love. And you don't get enough of it.
Aye.
I don't think in any of the franchises, the actual, because what's his nickname? Fucking wall crawler.
Aye, exactly.
It's all web in it, in the films, which is fair enough, but I love to see a bit of wall crawling. Even in what was it called? No Way Home. And Garfield turns up and just sticks to the ceiling with one horn.
Aye.
To prove he's Spider-Man to MJ. I'm like, fucking love that shit.
Aye.
Because there is something creepy crawly about that.
Aye. The best way they've ever done that way is the Tobey Maguire one. See when he first discovers his powers and he's just
got up the wall in the alley.
Aye. That was just tremendous, man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. And there's a plausibility about that as well when you zoom in on his fingers and you just see the wee hooks coming out his fingers, man.
That's what was fucking so genius about
Raimi, wasn't it?
Aye. The new one, see the last Spider-Man game, what it's called?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Obviously the spoiler alert, they get Tobey Maguire in all that and he's different. Like that comes out of you and all that stuff, and you've got all these things all stuck to you, know what I mean?
Aye. Whereas the other two have fucking used the geek fucking method and designed their own.
Aye. Aye. So you've got Spider-Man fighting with Falcon and Bucky, and he's getting the better of the two of them.
Aye.
Know what I mean?
And also fucking commentating through it.
Aye. Exactly. Aye. You've got a metal with him? That's cool. It's like, you did it.
Aye, and he grounds Falcon and then says, wow, those wings are awesome. Is it carbon fibre? Blah, blah. There's not usually this much talking in a fight.
Exactly. And then outside you've got Barton. He's fighting with Iron Man and stuff. I played 18 holes, scored 18. Know what I mean?
Couldn't seem to miss.
Aye. And then that just lets Wanda drop the motors on top of him, sort of thing. Know what I mean?
Because he thinks he's missed there with an arrow, first time for everything and all that shit. And then he ends up getting buried under about 1 million cars. So, see when fucking Spidey webs fucking Sam to the ground and also webs Bucky.
Aye.
Obviously, Sam's got fucking Red Hawk and takes him out. That's a brilliant line as well. And fucking Bucky says to him, says, you couldn't have done that earlier. Sam just says, I hate you.
Aye, mate, it's brilliant. Because the two of them have got a dislike for each other. But apparently, the two actors are actually best of pals, you know what I mean?
I can see it.
Which is just brilliant, man.
So they've had the running battles and all that. But we still end up having a face-off even after this.
Oh, mate.
When they're on the line.
See the best bit, but it's Ant-Man. And he goes like, I can't with this wee truck, and he goes, throw it at this. And the next thing, boom, and he goes, oh, I thought it was a water truck.
See when he's in Tony's suit and all. Oh, that's amazing. He just starts talking. And Tony says, "Who's talking?" Oh, this is you're gonna have to take this into the shop. Oh no.
Oh, just brilliant, man. It's fucking brilliant. But like you says, mate, we do get big face off again, didn't we? All the teams lined up.
And then they all run at one another. It's fucking excellent. Just that, because the big music kicks in and they start fucking boxing and fucking fighting. Nat obviously faces with Clint, and they say, "How you doing?" before they start boxing. And they're having a back and forward, a wee tussle, and then Wanda just comes in and flings Nat to fuck. And Barton just looks as if she go, "Get out for pulling your punches."
He's like, what is it? He says, "Oh, we're going to be friends after this." And he goes, "Oh, it depends how hard you hit me."
Brilliant. Right after that, we've got fucking Cap and Peter Parker have a good back and forth as well. The fight, that's when they're talk fighting again. Why are you doing this? Because you think you're right, but you're no. And obviously, Cap ends up getting the better of him after Spider-Man has a better of him. And they say, "Where are you from, kid?" "Queens." "Brooklyn."
It was a good wee moment. That must be an inside joke.
I know. I think it's just because they're that close to each other in New York, innit?
I think so, mate.
And then we've got fucking Scott again. He's turned tiny and he's on Clint's arrow. "You okay there? Ready?" Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Arrow guy. Let's go. Arrow guy.
Oh, brilliant, man.
And that's when he gets into Tony's suit and all that. Sorry, I was way ahead of myself. Just so excited to talk about it.
But they decide in it that some of Cap's team are going to stay behind and get caught, didn't they? Aye. So they can escape. This isn't the real fight.
Aye. Take it for the team, as it were.
Aye. They go, "Oh, we need a distraction." And then again, you hear Scott, "Oh, I can do something. I've done it before once in a lab and almost told myself in two, but I'll do it."
You see if I can go to Steve, he's going to turn himself in two.
And then the next thing, he turns big, didn't he? And it's just, see the way he does that? Oh!
Even he's surprised that he actually managed to do it and stay fucking conscious. Oh, check me! Oh. He's got a hold of fucking War Machine, just fucking flinging about like a wee dolly.
Oh, brilliant, mate.
All the while, Nat kind of gets in front of Cap and that to, you think, block their escape. But as Black Panther's chasing them, Nat shoots a kind of fucking disabler, electric bangle motherfucker, and keeps Panther at bay to let Steve and Nat go, didn't she?
That's it. Because she now realises that their cords are rang into it. This is only going to keep snowballing and getting worse. So she kind of has to make a change.
Exactly. So that's all happening. Scott's obviously big, as we said. Yeah.
Aye. It's just showing you how young Peter actually is, isn't it? Have you ever seen that Star Wars movie where the big walkie thingies and all that? Tony, where the hell did you get this kid?
I don't know. I didn't carbon date him. He's young. So they're looking at fucking Empire Strikes Back, obviously, when the AT-ATs get taken down by the rebels. And it's a good plan, isn't it? So it webs up the legs, and then War Machine and Iron Man do a double punch to the jaw, which is fucking pretty cool.
It's just, he goes, "Oh, that's me, had enough." Makes himself back to normal size. It's just, does anybody have horn slices?
Great line, man. As if I'm fucked, man.
Slices,
which was a staple on a Saturday morning if you played school football at half time. Fucking last thing you wanted was an orange slice. It was like a water, fuck's sake. So that helped them get away, Cap and Bucky. And as I say, Peter does the Empire on Scott. Same as well. Cap shouts on Viz says, "I've got a fucking bandit on my tail," which is Falcon. Viz turns around to heat blast him.
Aye, with his laser. Falcon manoeuvres out the way and actually catches War Machine into it.
Aye, right on the power source, man.
Aye.
So he starts falling.
He just starts plummeting to the ground into it. And obviously, see, it was good how they done that and all. See how you're expecting bang and fucking bits to all explode and all this shit and all that, but it's just like a dead weight hitting the ground.
Aye.
See the noise?
Aye.
You're like, oh, that's no good, that.
Like you, when I went to pictures this year, I was expecting the last gasp catch, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Save the day, and then, as you say, mate, thud. Boom.
Aye.
You're
And
like,
it's just hitting home the consequences of this shit, isn't it?
aye, somebody actually got hurt, you know what I mean?
Aye.
But even when Sam lands, there's still a bit of humour to it. I'm sorry. That just fucking doesn't even look at him, just blasts him. Fucking, you know,
There's the backflip and all that.
Hulk Thor and the original Avengers in it.
Aye, fucking brilliant. But that's it, innit? He's the first casualty of these Accords. So
we're right after that, we're in Moscow, and we're back with Zemo, and he calls the room service way back in Vienna, which I never fucking got until I realised this is his way of I want to be traced, I want to be caught, I want them to come to Moscow. This is how they're going to find out without me saying, "Hello, Captain America." Yes, it's Zemo. How you? I know. Aye, EMP. I'm in Moscow. You want to head that way? Okay. So that's just his way of getting. Oh, we've picked up a fucking trace of a call. You know what I mean?
But it's back to Cap and Bucky and the Quinjet into it, and Bucky's kind of saying what's going to happen to all the others that just get jailed there, and is he really worth it?
Mm-hmm.
And Cap just kind of explains to him that it wasn't you doing all these things.
Exactly.
And it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly. And then we've got Tony telling Nat that Rudy is going to have paralysis and stuff like that, and, which is pretty shit.
I think Tony's starting to realise that he's made the wrong choice, signing the Accords.
Aye,
and he says to Widow, didn't he? They're going to be coming after you on honour.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to make yourself scarce.
Aye, and that's when Tony gets the intel off Friday that they've located Zemo. He's in Moscow. Oh, funny that, isn't it?
Aye, this is where he finds out that the whole setup to Bucky and stuff.
That's it. He docks at the underwater base, didn't he?
Aye,
pretty damn fucking cool, man.
Aye, the raft.
Is that what it's called? The raft?
Aye, the raft. Because I think, in the comics, I think they were putting people in the negative zone.
Right.
It's like a dimension that they kind of made up. And that's where they're putting all the supervillains and stuff.
Cool,
but
man.
the raft exists as well in the comics.
And that's where General Ross just warns him he's fucking lucky he's not in a prison cell as well after he's stunt at the airport. They kind of broke the Accords themselves there, didn't they?
That's it. True.
In the name of the Accords, they broke the Accords.
Yes, exactly.
There you go, double negative and all that jazz. Yeah. But Tony visits like Clint and Sam and all that in the cells, and Tony, man, says to fucking Scott, even Scott says, "Never trust the Stark." Mr. Pym always used to say, "Who are you?"
Come on, man.
Cuts out the communique and fucking tells Sam, "Look, I realise fucking Cap's right. I need to go in."
That's it. Aye, and see, as he's talking to Barnes, he knows that he's fucked up. You know what I mean? You can see the way good people are being treated on the account of these Accords. You know what I mean? And starting to reinforce that he was wrong.
Definitely, because obviously he's been told that the guy Zemo had prosthetics and all that to make him look like Barnes, so he realises fuck, it's a setup.
Aye,
I'm wrong.
exactly.
To go and help Cap. He's walking into a trap kind of thing. So he gets a lowdown off of Sam, and then he lies to Ross about, "They never gave me nothing, told me to go to hell and all that." Goes into his helicopter, suits up, and all the while he's been fucking followed by the biggest fucking aeroplane you can never fucking
tracked by the Black Panther. See the way he does that bit, see when he just presses a button with his finger but and he suits up. It's good to like, see if Iron Man 1 how they've just made new ways of him suiting up. It's brilliant, isn't it, man?
A long way for a fucking cave in Afghanistan, I'll tell you. like Panther, T'Challa comes out the clouds, right? Obviously, he's following him. He's in the big plane, right? But he's hid as if keep my distance. You can't do that with a plane.
It's like, creeping up on him like fucking Dracula.
Aye. So we're at kind of final act, which is Cap and Bucky talking about their hot dogs pre-war, just about to get into the bunker in Russia, aren't they?
Aye. Zemo's already got there ahead of him, and he's funding the super soldier holding place, really.
Aye. It's a big silo, isn't it? It's a big fucking bunker, a missile silo thing. Tony arrives just kind of off the back of the two of them, but he obviously announced, listen, I'm arriving as a friend here and all that. I realise, you know what I mean? You were fucking set up and all that. We need to find this fucking maniac.
That's it. And the three of them head into this holding chamber for these super soldiers, don't they?
Aye.
But when they get there, Zemo has actually killed all of them. So, because he's like, see the way he's just quite callous with it all. If there's any consolation, they died in their sleep.
Aye. Fucking brilliant line, man. Absolutely brilliant.
Did you really think I wanted more of you running around? You're like that. Oh, he's a bastard.
So wasn't all of them? What's he up to now? Because you still don't really know.
I can see even there. I was like, all right, he's going to release all these super soldiers, and it's going to be fucking. This is going to be like the last big battle sort of thing. And then you get there, and he's like, he's killed all of them. What's all this about?
Aye.
And
there's even Cap questions it, doesn't he? Cap kind of questions it, and he says, "I've thought of nothing else for a year." And then he tells him why, and he's lost people in Zakova and all that, blah blah. That old chestnut.
And then the next thing, he plays the camera footage of Mission 1991.
Aye, plays the footage. Tony's watching it. That's when you know Sam and well, no Sam, but you know fucking Steve knows the script.
Aye.
But Tony doesn't. He's like, I know that road and all that. And then you see Bucky was the one that assassinated his parents, who he thought died in a car crash.
Yep.
And it was all for this super serum. You know what I mean? So.
Aye. And again, it's another brilliant line for Zemo. If his destroyer, if an outside force destroys an empire, that empire can be rebuilt. But if an empire destroys itself from inside, it can never rise again. Like that. That's some fucking evil shit, dude.
Well, he was a thinker, aren't he? He was a thinker.
Aye.
Tony says to Steve, did you know? Steve answers him saying, I didn't know it was Bucky.
Aye.
But I knew your mum and dad were killed. And then he says, did you know? And then Steve says, yes.
Aye. And it's just fucking...
It's the cuffs.
That's it. Kicks it off in it. It's the fucking pure betrayal in Tony's face, and that's it. He just starts fucking going tonto, doesn't he?
Tony's going after Bucky, and Steve's fucking going after Tony. Stop to save Bucky. Bucky's away up to the top, opens up the silo, tries to get out. Steve smashes fucking Tony's bit.
Aye, because he can't fly. No, but Bucky crushes his horn, and it breaks one of the shooters on his horn. And then Cap breaks one of the rocket boosters on his feet. So while Bucky's climbing up this silo to try and escape the base, and Iron Man's will try to stop him practically, but because his system and that's all damaged, he's like, am I balling it? Opens up and just blows this big fucking door shut, know what I mean?
Just as well fucking Bucky get his horn out of the road, man. But
it's fucking... It's quite epic, isn't it? You can see the music behind it and all. It's fucking...
Mm-hmm. So when they all clamber, they all eventually fall down the fucking silo a bit to the flare. It's just a mad three-way in it. It's just start fucking trading off punches and got to... Look, Tony's doing well for no... Not one against two.
Aye.
Points.
Aye. Because it takes Cap out of the game practically, right? And Bucky gets a hold of him and he's trying to tear out the engine of his suit.
Mm-hmm.
But Iron Man just blows his arm off. Know what I mean?
Aye. Brilliant.
And it's fuck.
It's brilliant. So then you know that fucking Bucky's lying there just like a gog, you know what I mean? My fucking hear him, you bastard. And then he gets back up after, you know what I mean? Hangman tells him to stay down.
Aye, exactly. And it's just...
Because by this time, Friday has copied his fighting style and after the next fucking bout of throwing punches, Iron Man gets the better of Captain America. And that's when he says, "Stay down." You know what I mean? And then Steve gets up and gives the immortal line, mate, doesn't he?
I can do this all day. But see, there's a shot in it. See when they're fighting, and Iron Man shoots both his horns, and Cap puts his shield up, and it's just that they two facing off. That's like a homage to the comic cover.
Right.
That's what that scene is, but it's some fucking scene, man. It's fucking
definitely
epic as fuck. Meanwhile, when this is all happening, Panther's approached Zemo outside, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And Zemo reveals that his family was in Sokovia, and they died. Like his son, his wife, and his father all died, and it took him like a week to dig out the bodies and stuff.
Aye.
And it kind of shows Panther dead of his ways. That you're consumed by vengeance. I'm consumed by vengeance. They are killing each other down there.
Aye.
And he just decides.
Don't let it consume me anymore.
He just decides, I'm no doing it. Zemo tries to kill himself, but he stops him, doesn't he? He's
no chance, no letting you get away that easy.
The living are not fed with you yet.
So we're still battling down the stair. Bucky throws kind of Tony off it a wee bit, diverts the attention, then Cap starts getting the better of him again. So much so that you think Captain's going to do in Iron Man, smashing the shield into his chest piece and all that, isn't he? Gets the helmet off him, and then just looks in his friend's eyes, really, and realises, no, this is it. That's it. Done. I mean, I've disabled you. I'm not going to fucking kill you, Jesus.
And he goes to pick up Bucky, doesn't he? Walk away with his shield, and Tony's shouting
petulantly,
"Aye, that's my father's shield. It's not your shield. You don't deserve it.
Doesn't belong to you."
Aye. And he just drops it at it, and it's like never. That's the friendship totally fucking gone into it. That's the Avengers gone, and Zemo wins.
Because the next we have Everett again. With Zemo's in the Mad Cube.
Aye.
A new Mad Cube, obviously a new door. And Everett's trying to be smug about it and all that, which is just annoys me. He says, "Get in here and all that, you never won." And then Zemo just says, "Didn't I?"
Aye.
Damage is done.
Aye, that's it, mate. He's a good baddie, man.
Aye, the two main Avengers have been fucking don't talk anymore, so I've won. Fuck you. Know what I mean?
That's it. Your saviours are all split and disagree.
Aye. So
and then it goes to HQ, doesn't it? And then Tony's helping Rhodey with his new fake legs.
Aye, he's doing some physio and all that. Try to learn to walk again. Rudy does say, "Look, it's a bad beat and all that. This is shit." But I don't for a minute think I made the wrong decision. I believe that what I done was right and it was for the right cause, which is fine. And then we get our wee cameo for Mr. Lee, didn't we?
Aye. Are you a Tony Stank?
Yes, this is Tony Stank. Tony Stank. Yeah, never letting go of this, by the way. Take it for one, Tony Stank.
Aye.
The pens and a letter for Cap in it.
Aye, he's just reading. Aye. I think I was trying to save you heartache and all this, but I was actually sparing myself. But if you ever need me and all this stuff,
aye,
he leaves him a phone, know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then you see Cap, he goes to the raft and he rescues his team because he won't leave them behind either, know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it just ends on epicness.
Aye, that's because Ross phones Tony, and Tony's true to his word to what he says the last time. He says, "I'm going to put you on hold." Puts him on hold.
Aye. Oh, please.
Fucking music. And then we've got our two after credit scenes. First one is Bucky doesn't trust himself, so he's meant to Wakanda, hasn't he?
Aye.
And wants to be put back on ice until they can figure out how to unprogram him.
Yep. And the other one's just Peter Parker footering about with his newest things.
Aye, and just explaining away his black eye, his Aunt May.
Aye.
You say, mate, he's just shining his new fucking 50-pence watch against the ceiling. So, just letting you know that there's meant to come for Bucky, Wakanda, and there's meant to come for fucking Spider-Man, which we, as today, know all about. And that was Civil War. An hour and 45 minutes of Civil War, mate. So I may put this into 2 parts, I may not. We'll see how we go. But what a film. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it. I love it every time I watch it. Never get tired of it, probably. Amazing.
Aye, definitely, mate. Like I say, mate, one of it was my favourite up till Infinity War came out.
Aye.
So
again, we like a baddie getting the fucking
exactly, mate.
And there we go, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long for you. We could have, there's hundreds we missed it, but that was as short as we could keep a 3-hour epic, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Just under 3 hours, but fucking good as. Especially with end credit scenes and all that jazz. But I enjoyed that, mate. That was good.
Aye. I'd set it at a 9.5.
Aye. The same. I was thinking that earlier today, 9.5. 9.5 definitely. Because Infinity's 9.6, 9.7.
Aye.
So have you got one in mind for next episode, my friend?
Well, I think I'm going to stick by what I thought. Because of the new Predator films coming out, Prey, I thought we could do the last Predator movie. Now, I've only seen it once when I was at the IMAX, and kind of want to watch it again to see if it is as bad as I thought it was.
Right. So what was that called, that one?
The Predator.
The Predator, right. Okay. After the 5 before it, and the AVP and that shit. But cool, man. We'll give that a watch. We'll critique it. And if it is as bad as Chris remembers, I can't remember it. I know I've seen it, but maybe that tells me something. I can't remember fuck all about it.
Well, when we were in the IMAX, right, I went to see it with my dad, right? See, at one point in the film, he got up and tapped my leg, and I went, "Oh, thank fuck, he wants to leave." And he went, "No, I'm going to the toilet." And I went, "Fuck's sake." So, well, I'm saying, I've not seen it since because I thought it was that bad. So,
right, we'll get a watch and we'll
get another go.
Might actually text you son and say, "I'm no fucking reviewing that shit." We'll do it. Right, man, I need to go because my wings are beating. Mrs. will be stressed at her box, which is a wee shame. And she's got her pod today right after me, so.
Oh, well, look forward to it.
Enjoy your day, sir.
Yes, I shall. Cheery bye.
Cheery bye.
And action!
You disgust me. Grow up.